Mayu! Finally! Fulfilling my promise to all you lovely people. And we're going to go after Mayu. Let's do it. I go to the library to study. I sit down at a scheduled desk between the stack of books. After a couple of minutes, I think I hear a muffled thumping, as if someone is trying to quiet their jumping. Oh, it's... I almost said it's Yuta, but it's Mayu. Following the noise to a nearby stack, I see Mayu balancing on her toes, trying to reach a book on the top shelf. Oh my god, can you get any more anime than this? I'm the quiet girl, and I like to read, but I can't get the book on the top shelf, which I really want to read right now. Hey, I'm a big, strong man, and I'm tall. I'll get you that book. Oh no, I'm in love with you. Her fingers barely graze the ledge of the shelf. She tries a dainty hop, but it fails to reach the book. As she sighs, she pouts and readies herself to try again. I'm going to intervene. I'm going to do the anime thing. Yeah. Stifling a laugh. It's pretty funny. I walk over and easily pull out the book that she needs. Mayu blinks at me as I hand it to her. Yet I am hashtag nice guy.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, Mayu. I got your back. That made me think of that song. How does it go? My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Fuck. Just imagine Mayu singing that. I don't even think I can. She'd be, my neck, my back. Oh, jeez, this is so embarrassing. She hugs the back of her chest and stares shyly at the ground. Oh, Mayu, it's okay. No problem. It seemed like you could use some help there. Her cheeks redden as she nods. Oh no, it's so embarrassing. I'm sorry. But I didn't want you, toppling over the bookcase, and that would have been bad. I take another look at the book she's holding. Hey, isn't that the Piloting 101 textbook?
Yeah.
I thought so. I guess you're working on the assignment now?
Yeah.
Why are you I took Piloting 101. I am a second-year college student. Do people forget that? I know I transferred here this year, so it's weird or whatever, but I'm a second year. That's 4 fingers. Don't do the math. I failed math. She gives me a strange look. What? I only know because I have to retake Piloting 101. I'm not stalking you or anything. Oh yeah, I forgot that I had to retake it because even though I'm a second year, I have to retake some first year stuff because I transferred.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yep, that was weird to say. It's no, I'm not stalking you. I just like watching you from outside your bedroom window. There's a long pause. Mayu refuses to make eye contact with me, and I'm worried that I might have scared her when she suddenly speaks.
Why do you have to take Piloting 101 again?
Because I'm so sexy! That reaction was just perfectly timed to what I said. Because I'm sexy. She's like... As soon as the words leave her mouth, her eyes grow wide and her blush deepens.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Mayu, you're fine. You're just making conversation. I can't help but grin at her reaction. I feel bad for her. She's so nervous. No, don't worry. It's a normal question. Basically, my credit from CINY didn't transfer. Apparently, some of the material is different here for the introductory course, but so far, everything we covered has been the same. Yep.
Oh, I see.
It's just they want you to pay them more money, freaking greedy colleges. Yeah, that said, since I've taken this class before, if you ever need help, feel free to ask me. Yes! We're going to tutor Mayu! Woo! That's a very romantic date right there. Hey, baby. you plus me equals... That's pretty much how clever I am. She smiles. Oh, it's a lovely smile.
That would be great.
Yay! I'm happy. We stand in silence again. She seems like she wants to ask me something, but is too shy to say it. It's okay, Mayu. We do have to be flirty. But I don't want to go over the top, because clearly Mayu would be like, no! Fuck it. I'll be a little bit flirty this time. Yes, Mayu. Of course I'll help you. Eh?
No, I couldn't ask that of you.
I'm offering. Deal with it. Too late. This is going to happen. I chose the right option. I walk over to the desk and pat the seat beside me. Mayu hesitates, then smiles, and sits beside me.
Thanks.
Of course, Boo. As we settle at the desk, I put my tablet out, and Mayu pulls out a spiral notebook. Ooh. She opens her textbook and flips to the correct page. Then opens her notebook to a fresh page, her pencil at the ready. She begins to read the text. I watch her curiously as she meticulously writes her notes in fine print. After a couple of minutes, she looks up and our eyes meet for a second before she looks away. A blush stains her cheeks. It's okay, Mayu. I think it's cool that you write. Because God knows I can't write my notes for shit. Mayu seems self-conscious.
Oh, yeah.
Did we flash back to the year 2000? I think that's cool. Yeah, good for her. That's awesome. Yep, she blinks, surprised.
You don't think it's weird?
The fuck no. I shake my head. No way. People are too dependent on technology these days anyways. As a YouTuber, I don't think I have the right to comment on people being dependent on technology. It's not like I'm trying to do a career that literally revolves around technology and everything anyways, right? I noticed my tablet. Including me. Ha! There we go. At least I admit that I'm a hypocrite. Mayu smiles.
For me, I just learn better when I write it down.
That's fair. You know, they've done some studies that suggest that writing down something is just an extra step. So your mind goes through an extra hoop, and by doing that, it gets more ingrained in your brain. Really? She nods. How did you get into that habit?
I wasn't allowed to have electronics when I was growing up.
I can't remember the last time I was without my tablet. How did you survive? Man, I was a 90s kid. I know all you 90s kids out there. You know what it's like. And we still had quite a bit of technology compared to our parents. Phones and tablets and all these like computers and stuff that happened during my generation. So when I was a kid, I didn't really have a computer or anything like that. I remember having our first computer, and it would be considered a piece of crap by today's standards. We had what is it? That internet? What's it called? It's like broadband? Yeah, like where it literally dials it up like a phone, so everything took a year and a half to load, and you couldn't use the phone at the same time as the internet. So somebody needed to make a phone call. They're like, get off the internet! It's like, I'm looking up porn, Ma! So I know what it was like to not have all the stuff. And I remember being kids and playing outside. But for me, sadly, because I'm actually a social person, I like doing stuff outside. I like nature. I kind of just fell into being inside. Because I was scared of interacting with people, and I just felt depressed and stuff, so I kind of withdrew. And that's why it's sad to me. You can play video games, and that's great. Mayu giggles.
Well, it wasn't so bad. I think that's where I got my love of books. I wasn't allowed to play games very often, but Father always encouraged reading. He He said he didn't want me to get distracted from my studies, so that's why I wasn't allowed to have a tablet.
Excuse me, my throat's so clogged there, Mayu. I think that may be a little bit too strict and overbearing. Sounds like your father takes your education very seriously.
He does. I was in high school when I got my first tablet, but by then I was so used to using a pen and paper that typing out my notes felt unnatural.
Well, the one upside to writing all the time is that your handwriting is really neat and pretty. I like it. You should write me a love letter. Wink, wink. I wouldn't be able to read my notes if I wrote everything down. That's me in real life. Mayu giggles.
I'm sure that's not true.
It is Mayu. It actually is. I read somewhere once that a person's handwriting can say a lot about them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Well, your characters are all very neat and small. Your strokes are slightly rounded, not angular or spiky.
What does that mean?
That means you're cute. I like you. It means you're gullible. No, I'm going to go with the clearly, very obviously right choice of saying you're an introvert. It means you tend to be more shy and avoid confrontation. You also have a tendency to be more creative. Mayu seems pleased.
That actually sounds accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I can bullshit my way through a conversation. The handwriting does not lie. Anyways, we should focus on the assignment. Sorry for talking over you. I hit the button before I was done talking. I do that a little too much. She turns back to her text, and I return to mine. As I am reading, I can see Mayu glancing at me out of the corner of her eye. What? What is it, you cute girl? I look up.
Well, do you think you could explain this passage to me?
Oh my god. This is so cliche. I grin. Of course. I continue to help her until her assignment is complete. Really? That I wanted to read to her. Oh, it's Yuna now. Yeah, I didn't mean to click. I clicked on accident, but whatever. Yuna's already waiting for me at the library. A tablet with the SBA logo is clutched in her hand. She smiles and breathes a sigh of relief when she sees me.
Oh, good. You're still wearing your uniform. I forgot to tell you yesterday to wear it, and remembered too late to text you.
That's okay, I kind of figured, representing my team. Oh, I was so preoccupied on what I should say today that I forgot about what I should wear. No worries. I hope my voice sounded more confident than I feel. What was I like? No worries, I do wear shirt and shoes for service. I want to make a character that talks like that now. Yuna notices the waver in my voice. She places a hand on my shoulder. Oh, Yuna. Yuna! You're so sweet. The heat of her hand soothes my nerves, and I relax a little bit.
Okay, well, are you ready to go?
I talked over you too. Yeah, let's do it. She starts towards the bus stop when I stop her. I can drive us.
Are you sure?
Fuck yeah. Let's go. She follows me into the parking lot and to my bike. Without a second thought, I hop on, but Yuna hesitates. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just didn't know you had a motorcycle and not a car.
I know this is embarrassing for you, blah blah blah. She gingerly slides onto the bike. Now my parents both were really into motorcycles, so I used to have to ride on back of the motorcycles and stuff. So to me, it's like, whatever. Okay, once she's settled, we speed off. Yuna directs me where to go, and eventually tells me to park in front of an impressive building. What was that? It was supposed to be screeching tires, but it was more like a donkey. There we go. We're not on a bike anymore, we're on a donkey. It's narrow, but shoots straight into the sky, cutting through the clouds. Did you like my sound effects? I liked my sound effects. As we walk in, a perky receptionist greets us from behind her desk.
Welcome to WorkTap Corporation. How may I help you?
Why is it a girl? Why can't it be a perky guy receptionist? This is 2018, people. Hashtag gender equality. Yuna steps forward.
I'm Yuna Misaki from Ace Academy's SBA. We have an appointment with Mr. Takeda.
Yes, we do. The receptionist smiles and gestures to empty chairs.
Of course. If you'll please take a seat, he'll be with you shortly.
Of course, I can wait. As soon as we take our seats, the receptionist types a rapid sequence into her computer. Then, excuse me, I'm dying. 1 second. Then drags the document from her monitor onto her tablet and disappears into the hall in the back. I glance at Yuna, she meticulously going over her notes. Are you nervous? She thinks for a minute.
Not as much as I thought I'd be. Are you?
I'm never nervous. I'm freaking amazing. Nerves are like feelings. They don't exist. Oh, jeez. I kind of want to do that one, but I think Jackhammer's definitely this middle one. Nah, I got my secret weapon.
What's that?
My smile. I flash her a smile. One look at me and she'll be hooked.
You're meeting with a man.
One look at me and he'll be hooked. Were you not listening, Jackhammer? I mean, this is Jackhammer, so clearly he wasn't listening. But they clearly said Mr. Takeda. But wait a minute. This is in Japan. They're speaking Japanese right now. So yeah, I could be confused, because Mr. and Miss and Mrs. is all the same word. I freeze as I run the scenario in my mind. It could still work. Yes. My parents are back. My stepdad, my mom, whatever. I want to try to just keep this neat, concise, finish up the episode without much of a hullabaloo. I want to be a little bit more quiet, and there might be background noise just because they're here. Yuna chuckles. I like how the musical notes, but she didn't say a darn thing. The receptionist comes back and gestures for us to follow her. Her ponytail bounces behind her as she walks briskly down the hall and directs us into a spacious office. Hey, look, it's a guy who looks weird. A portly older man sits behind the old-fashioned mahogany desk. It's made from mahogany. For those of you who have not seen DBZ Abridged, you should. It's funny as all heck. And that's what my reference was from. Like the big god of the universe was like, I'm the big god of the universe. You see this desk? It's mahogany. His jaws wiggle as he offers us seats, which we both take. The walls are painted white, but one wall has a translucent sheen with Yuna's SBA submission packet projected on it. His chair squeaks in protest as he leans forward to greet us.
Miss Misaki, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Again? Ooh.
Thank you for agreeing to meet with us, Mr. Takeda. I'd like to introduce my associate.
What do you mean by again? Have they already met? Well, yeah, for the SBA thing, I imagine that they... But she went to the organization. Does that mean that she met with him? I guess that makes sense since we're talking right now. Probably all connected, all that good stuff. I'm Jackhammer. Nice to meet you. Ding! He nods in acknowledgement while Yuna continues.
He is here to represent his team at Ace Academy.
They couldn't be here because it was short notice.
And you are in need of a sponsor.
Yes, sir. He waves a hand towards the wall and shuffles the data on there.
As you can see, Miss Misaki did a detailed job of describing you and your team in your application. But I'd like to hear from you. Tell me about yourself.
I don't care if it makes me sort of dickish. This would be a very Jackhammer thing to say. I like long walks on the beach. I'm not going to mess it up for my team, but I am a rebel. Well, of course, I'm interested in Xeno robotics and becoming a pilot. But I'm more than just a mech guy. I like deep conversations over coffee and good food with good company. I'm also a Gemini, which makes me a bit unpredictable. Some people think Geminis have more than one personality. It's okay to break the ice with some comedy. Probably not, but I did. I laughed nervously under Mr. Takada's stoic gaze.
Thank you. That was very enlightening.
Do you need more? I can keep going.
That won't be necessary.
Ooh, he looks pissed. Okay.
Tell me, Out of all your other options, why did you choose Warp Tech Corporation?
Okay. You're the best around. Yeah. It was an easy decision. Warp Tech Corporation sets the standard for gear weaponry. I read about the latest announcement of the advancement of particle technology. Some output on beam weaponry while reducing the core usage by 15%. None of your competitors have made a breakthrough like this yet. There we go.
There has also been some controversy over that release.
Some are saying using the new technology will affect the longevity of the weapon, but there's no proof of that yet. I prefer to see evidence than believe rumors. Damn, Jackhammer. He nods. There's a smile.
It's refreshing to see a young person keeping up to date with the latest releases.
Yep, I like to make jokes, but jeez, I can't believe my Gemini thing failed. I think I detect a hint of approval in his voice.
Okay, and why should Warp Tech Corporation choose you? In other words, what sets you apart from the competition?
My team is half women. I'll try to do the breath of fresh air. As a new team, we aren't set in our ways that we stifle creativity. We're not afraid to try new strategies we think will benefit the team, and we're receptive to feedback. That said, we're also acutely aware of our abilities. We'll work together because we are upfront with each other, and not only with our strengths, but about our weaknesses, and we use that knowledge to our advantage. I sneak a peek at Yuna, who looks pleased. Mr. Takada seems to appreciate my answer as well. Damn.
Well, I think I've heard enough for now. Miss Misaki, do you have a copy of your team's qualifier transcripts?
I think I nailed that interview.
Yes, of course.
I knew the first one was going to get me shit, but how could I have not said it? She flips open her tablet and flicks a document onto the projected wall. The interview seems to be going well. Glance at Yuna, who smiles encouragingly at me. Mr. Takada takes a quick glance at the file and frowns.
Your team is only ranked 21?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. He sighs and turns over the projection.
You seem generally passionate about your team and your studies, and perhaps if the circumstances were different, we would consider your candidacy. Unfortunately, Warp Tech only accepts teams who are ranked within the top 10 from Ace Academy.
Yep. Fuck you too. As I'm still processing the rejection, Yuna protests on my behalf.
Mr. Takeda, couldn't you make an exception? You said yourself that if rank weren't a factor, his team would be a strong candidate. A representation by you would make a significant difference in their growth and development, and their success reflects positively on you and your company.
That's true, but he probably gets this from above him, so you can't really override it. We'd have to go even higher up on the ladder, and... well, yep.
I'm sorry, Miss Misaki.
But I'm still going to bitch about it if I can.
I do believe with skills like his, he will find a sponsor. Just not with us.
Won't you even give him a chance?
Nope, because it's bullshit.
Miss Misaki, I'm sure you understand the image that we have built and what would happen to that image if we stopped recruiting from the top 10.
It would be awesome if you picked the new up-and-comers that, like, rose to the top. It's like, oh, we had faith in them when no one else did. Just saying. But nope, you don't have enough faith.
I thank you very much for your interest in us and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Endeavors? Is that what he said? Okay. His voice has a hard edge of finality. He gestures towards the door, then returns his attention to his desk. All pretenses dropped, Yuna storms out of the office, while I calmly follow behind. That went like shit. This is also where we're going to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed this bit of the Dragon's Treasure. Pretend a like is a mic and drop it. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you showed the sub and bell button some love. And don't forget, sharing is caring. Stay beautiful!